This is match number 2, a 4-ball match between the European team represented by Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton against the United States of America team represented by Bryson, DeChambeau, and Scottie Scheffler. First on the tee, representing Europe, Jon Rahm.
Alongside Sergio Garcia, securing the only point this morning for the European team. He is the world #1. He's the US Open champion. And he will be pretty keen to take down DeChambeau and Scheffler, no doubt about that. He's got the game face.
Undisputed best player in the world.
Now on the tee, representing Europe, Tyrrell Hatton.
Tyrrell made his Ryder Cup debut in Paris in 2018. He did manage to make a point. That was playing with Paul Casey in the 4 balls. Had an incredible finish to 2020 and a good start to 2021. He's been off the boil a little bit lately, but this is match play.
First on the tee, representing the United States of America, Scottie Scheffler.
It is a Ryder Cup debut for Scheffler, but let's not forget that he made the final of the WGC Dell Technologies Match Play Championship.
Very rare for an American player to be on the team without having won. Unlike Wiesberger, who's won 8 times.
Now on the tee, representing the United States of America, Bryson DeChambeau.
He's got the driver out.
You don't say. He'll be really keen to make amends for Paris. He went 0-3. Did not score a point in his first Ryder Cup appearance. Here we go.
364 yards on the card. He can reach the green comfortably.
The referee for this match is Tom Carpet.
The ball to Tyrrell Hatton at the first.
And what an opening from Tyrrell Hatton on the first. Give me birdie. This is what the 4-ball format is like. You're going to see loads of birdies. I think we're in for a lot of fun this afternoon on this golf course.
Well, Anthony Wall is going to be following this match. What a thrill, Anthony.
It's all happening out here. The noise has gone up about 3 or 4 notches.
Yes, mate.
Looking down the throat of the green, Scottie Scheffler. It's a pretty simple shot until Tyrrell hadn't put it in close. 97. Ball just slightly above his feet. But really shouldn't bother him too much. Just got to be careful with the spin here.
Yes, indeed. He's got that little ridge in the green to putt over. Now, DeChambeau looks to have missed this green by a long, long way. Look, there he is, walking around the edge of the bunker. What's he faced with, Anthony?
Perfect spot. Just a perfect tee shot. A man that's full of confidence, Jon Rahm. You saw from Scottie Scheffler, it's tough to get it all the way back there because you can see the flag is almost hanging off the back of the greens. They're just trying to pop one down there, maybe just run it up a little bit. It's pretty flat once it carries that ridge at about middle, about there.
Just a little low. Yep. I thought it was going to bounce more than that.
Well, this doesn't look pretty, does it?
I don't think DeChambeau really has a shot from here. I mean, it's a short flag from the angle he's coming from. Will depend on the lie. Looks like it came out actually okay. I promise I keep my mouth shut next time.
Well, I think that was just an amazing shot. I mean, it's an unusual player, and just he's in those positions more often because of his driving. I mean, when you hit it that hard, you don't have to have the club face offline much to hit it way offline, and I think he's accustomed to being in odd positions like that.
This one looked really ugly, though.
It did. I think it was a very compromised stance. The ball must have been sitting better than what it looked like.
Yeah, for all his power and distance, you tend to forget that he's also got a wonderful short game. This is Scheffler for birdie at the first.
Great effort right there. That was a putt that will test your nerves due to the distance control, and he looked up to the test. He does look pretty tense right now, though.
And Jon Rahm for a 3.
I'm actually surprised that birdie putt from Tyrrell Hatton hasn't been conceded yet.
Hey, Scottie.
And he walks that one in, Bryson DeChambeau, and he does make a birdie at the opening hole. Not perhaps as we expected him to. Out of position after the drive. They have conceded the putt to Hatton. So that hole, like the first match, is tied with opening birdies for both teams. Off they march to the par 5 second.
I think they need to be careful with this pairing because DeChambeau is playing with somebody who's never been in this situation before, and if DeChambeau does what he's been doing the last 2 holes all day, you know, this could be asking a lot for his part.
First of all, to Hatton at the second, third shot.
81 yards coming out of the first cut of roughs. Ball might release a little bit. Not much. Beautifully played shot by Hatton.
Stiffed it at the first, and he has stiffed it at the second as well.
He has a stern look on his face, doesn't he? He means business.
DeChambeau.
Coming from the top of the hill, a little bit downhill into the wind. You can see him trying to hold it off and punch it into the breeze. Not a bad shot, but made to look pretty ordinary by Hatton.
So Hatton in close. Jon Rahm. Looking to hold it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's nicely backed up by his playing partner. Why not have a go at it? Just try and skid one up and over the slope. I have to say, Tyrrell Hatton's face, well, I've never seen anything quite like it. He means business. He's so determined out here.
Yeah, well, that'll be good to see from a European point of view, because he is one of the players who's come into this contest a little out of form. Just a few cuts lately, not what we expect from Hatton.
Maybe he was just saving it for here. You don't know.
Golf is not a game that you play to the same level all the time. You have peaks and valleys through the year, and then, of course, throughout your career. And the best players peak for the biggest events, whether they're major championships, WGCs, Rolex events, or the Ryder Cup.
Pretty simple back into the breeze, which is definitely picked up to a club or so. It's a little tense. The shoulders look a little hunched for me, more than normal for Scheffler. But just got to be aggressive here. He's got a great playing partner. That'll help. That was a bit of a D-cell.
Well, he hails from Texas, so he should be used to the wind. Scheffler.
That will settle the nerves, knowing that Hatton coming up next will probably make a birdie as well.
Well, they're going to see Tyrrell Hatton's putt.
Well, this isn't close enough to be given.
No, you're right. You're right.
Boy, you got pretty generous there for a moment, didn't you?
That's Tyrrell Hatton. The last time he's missed something like this, he was 12 years old.
Well, then he should putt him out. Let's see it.
So that match remains tied through the opening 2 holes.
Back to 3 in the meantime with Jon Rahm.
Really aiming left. Obviously, he's going to play a little low cut shot. Kind of like that.
Yeah, that was actually really close from being really good. I mean, not easy to shape the ball and squeeze it like that into this much wind. Tell you what, another 5 or 6 steps, it would have been really close.
So there's where the matches are. All 4 are out on the course. Match 4, of course, just down short of the first as it stands. What a fabulous stretch it is all the way along the shoreline of Lake Michigan. All 2 miles of it as it stretches out from 1 out to the 5th tee. This is Tyrrell Hatton at the 3rd.
No secrets how Hatton felt about that strike. And
completely different day now. Back into the breeze. 169. Got to be playing somewhere close to 180. Club change, maybe. Just trying to keep one down a little bit more. It's floaty out here.
So fluttering between 9 and about 13 miles per hour, as we're told by RBC with the wind at the moment. Pretty much straight back into the teeth, a little off the left.
Yeah, a little bit off the left, Ali. It's not one to turn into, though. I don't think. I aim just left of it and maybe just hold it a fraction. You don't really want to go down the right-hand side. A couple of big bunkers over there.
Pitches, stops, and he'll be putting up a little bit of a valley from there. Jump up 2 to 3 with Bryson DeChambeau.
Never easy to play par 3s down the hill into, to find the right trajectory, the right club selection.
So we skip up to Bryson DeChambeau, lengthy birdie putt it here at 3.
Really just looking to two-putt this one left to right all the way to DeChambeau. Wind isn't helping either.
And it gives you a real illustration of the two mounds almost that this pin is in between. Jon Rahm here, chance to win the hole.
And a slow one, really. He's just seen his opponent almost knock it off the green. So he's got nothing to feed off here. Outside chance for a 2.
It was a lovely effort. This to tie. We've got 2 looks at it, only need with 1. What a two-putt that was from Bryson DeChambeau. Let's jump up a few to Tyrrell Hatton at the 4th.
And a completely different hole back into the breeze. You're not looking to carry the downslope this afternoon, let me tell you. This is a brute of a par 4.
Good tee shot there for Hatton, and as Anthony Wald said, I mean, that is a very tough hole into the teeth of the wind. Let's see if Scheffler can get it in the fairway. Huge moment for the Ryder Cup rookie. Another good tee shot. It's all about launch angle control, distance, the way you're shaping it when you're playing in the wind.
Tyrrell Hatton just left of the green at the 4th from the bunker.
If there's one guy who's going to play these shots from his bunker, it's him. He just does it all the time.
So this now to tie for Scottie Scheffler. To keep the match tied as well at the 4th.
It just looked like it pushed that it may be a fraction, even from this angle.
And first blue on the board for the afternoon. 4 balls. Rahm and Hatton go 1 up. Uh-oh, this is not exactly taking a direct line.
This is the Bryson DeChambeau line.
And Lake Huron is the final of the 5 as we watch DeChambeau just rip it over the corner. I mean, okay, there's a huge wind behind, but as Nicholas gets his yardage book out to try and figure out how far that went.
Scottie Scheffler next to play out at the 5th. Second shot. Again, another with iron in hand.
Yeah, down off the right, Ali. Having a pop at it though. Wind's pretty strong now. Good couple of breeze, couple of winds.
Just took a massive leap forward.
Well, you have to take the water out of play.
Yeah.
And with the wind behind, you're going to get that at least one huge bounce. Virtually impossible to hold your second shot on the green, unless you're DeChambeau. This is a par 5, okay? 417 yards, 72 yards to the hole. I think he can hold the green.
My goodness gracious me.
You think distance is an advantage? I mean, he will, in time, change the game.
Just trying to work out if it's Rahm or Hatton next to play.
Well, either way, there's no way from this position the green can be held. I mean, you can hit it over the water, but it's not going to stay on the green. 20 miles an hour, you can see right there, wind behind.
And let's not forget that Jon Rahm hit it into the water here this morning in the foursomes. But DeChambeau has put the pressure on.
Yeah, he certainly has. 251 down the breeze for Jon Rahm. There really isn't a good angle down this strength of wind. Just needs to flight this one and hope you get some sort of spinny bounce.
Me? Stop.
158 feet in the air, straight up in the air. Landed it perfectly. Water left. Juniper tree to the right of our left as you look at back from behind the green.
The BMW driving stats. You won't be surprised to hear that that is the longest drive today. He said he was going to have a go at least at the first and the fifth holes. He's going to see how close he can get.
Well, the 10th will be a 5-wood for him.
He wouldn't talk about the other ones that he was going to have a go at.
He likes to keep a little bit up his sleeve, doesn't he, DeChambeau?
This is the, with his equipment, all the irons are the same length. This is where he gets hurt, because this most lofted wedge he has in his bag is 6-iron length. So in order to make it balance, he has to take a lot of weight, mass out of the club head. So this is where the configuration of his equipment is compromised.
I think that the highest wedge he's got in the bag is a 58 as well. It's not even a 60.
Lower shot, you're not going to get much help from the wind, maybe 2. Yeah. So 60 shot? Yeah.
Looks like it's straight downwind from here, just about.
Looks like he's further, mate. It does look like he's further. I think you're out. 170. We're out. You're 71.
Thank you.
Hey, Scottie, it's not Scottie.
Anthony's
got a
down
good
there.
angle.
60 is the wind.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe just slightly out of his left, pretty much straight down with DeChambeau. We're just discussing whose shot. Hatton's third or his second. Nice, good, clean lie. So you can pitch this pretty much all the way. It will spin, even though it's down breeze. But he is pitching on a little bit of a downslope. So it doesn't need to strike it pretty cleanly.
I mean, that's a great field shot downwind. But let's not forget, that was set up by his driving, his ball speed, his club head speed, his changing the game the way things are played off the tee.
As we watch Scottie Scheffler. Club face wide open here, Anthony, at the fifth.
Yeah, and a good lie back into the breeze. He's got the comfort of knowing his man is pretty tight for 2.
He's also going to be able to give his man a little bit of a read right there, virtually on top of DeChambeau's marker.
Over the back of the fifth. Jon Rahm, who probably needs to make this one.
And just sitting down just a hair. He's got the comfort of the breeze cushioning in the bounce, so he can be pretty aggressive with it. He's pitching on a downslope, or he might just choose to carry that. Pin out, needs it.
Well, Well, that had a lot of right to left. That was a heck of an effort, by the way. That had a lot of right to left. So the putt that Scheffler and DeChambeau have coming up for 4s and 3 respectively is a little less straightforward than what I thought. They're going to have some right to left break.
Tyrrell Hatton and Jon Rahm, 1 up at the moment against Bryson, DeChambeau and Scottie Scheffler. DeChambeau is within, you can see his marker just left of the hole there, what, 4.5 feet or so for an eagle. This is a birdie putt for Hatton.
Just in danger a little bit of just getting caught in the wind of DeChambeau. You've just got to try and play your own game. And Hatton's good at that. He just gets on with it, head down, and gets moving quickly, plays his own game.
He's only gone and done it. There's still an eagle putt to perhaps win the hole for the US side to come, but that certainly helps. Jon Rahm puts his marker in his pocket. He's done all they really can because he has weapons in the arsenal that few do.
Henrik Stenson there on the left-hand side, one of the European vice captains.
Interesting that DeChambeau's opting to putt first.
Straight in the middle, and it's an eagle 3 for Bryson DeChambeau, and that match is back to a tie. McIlroy went and searched, didn't he, briefly, of some extra distance, even though he's pretty long off the tee, but he found it didn't really help his overall game, so he reined it back a little bit.
Yeah, he was pretty straightforward and honest, as he typically is. When he said it, you know, DeChambeau kind of put him off in his effort to chase Bryson off the tee.
That's the view from the 6th tee.
It's a pretty cool hole. You hit over the brow of a hill.
What's that, mate? And my left line is where I can't see. Left line is going to see 350.
And then you land on a downslope that wants to go left to right and feed down to the green.
Scheffler, the only player on either team not to have won either the European or the PGA Tours.
What they're trying to do here is they're trying to work out where the bounce is.
See those people on the edge? That's your left line. The edge of this bunker? Yes. Okay, got it. That is your left line. Thank you. Sorry, mate. Yep. The reason's here. Yes, correct. Is normal one of these on?
It is predominantly left to right down there, but if you just go a little bit further to right, it can get shoved all the way down short of the green into those bunkers, down into the rough as well.
There you can see the wind, speed, and direction. Brought to you by RBC.
Sit. Land soft. It should be okay. It'll be fine. Might just be a little deep.
It's almost like the camber of the racetrack along that left-hand bank.
Like an Indy 500 circuit.
Sounds like one out there this afternoon. I wonder if Captain Stricker might have had a word to the crowd around the first, tried to say, we need you out there, give them a bit of a build-up. I wouldn't be surprised.
Am I allowed to tell them where the ball ended up? That's not giving advice, right? It's pin high left in the first cut. Okay.
First cut?
That's interesting. I mean, in my mind, that is a little bit of advice on how the hole's playing.
What's the difference between advice and information?
Yes, but it was okayed by the game referee.
Well, less than driver, no surprise. as you can see, it's actually a long way down below the level of the fairway over on that left-hand side.
Rahm as well, less than driver, plenty of club. This really sets up well for Rahm, who likes to move it left to right.
Has Rahm got the line right?
Well, he's on the far side of the drain, getting closer to the drains. He's going to have a downhill lie. A little bit more awkward.
Yeah, possibly a couple of sprinkler heads in the way as well. So just Tyrrell Hatton to go.
Hatton clearly has the game to reach as well with the fairway metal. And that's what everyone is trying to avoid, going down that steep bank with a blind pitch. But he has more green to work with from that angle.
Some pretty gnarly lies down there too as well.
Well, there you go. United States up in the top match, and we're all tied in the other three.
Scheffler second at the 6th, downhill lie, pitching into the wind.
Impressive.
I'm surprised he went that route. He didn't, you know, the beautiful manicured surface there. I thought he would have run it a little bit. He had the luxury of playing through the wind because he was playing into the wind, playing up high.
Short of 6 is Tyrrell Hatton. He won't be able to see any of the green from where he is. Such is the drop-off. You can see down short of it. Has green to work with. Little pop, get a little run. Do a little dance, make a birdie putt, but that one's just skipping on through, downwind.
Back to 6, Jon Rahm.
And just going to put this back in his stance. Pop it up with a little bit of spin, and oh. If he's trying to play that shot, he wants to land it where his ball's finished. That just fizzed on the fringe and went absolutely nowhere. Take a look at this.
I think that downhill lie that he had really made that shot much more difficult. If he was 2 yards closer to the hole, he would have been an upslope. It would have been a totally different shot.
In the meantime, back over at 6.
Holes like this that it just gives you so many options during an event like the Ryder Cup. You can be pretty cheeky with the pins as well. So this putting uphill, little off the left.
So birdie putt for DeChambeau. Oh, hurry, hurry, hurry! Oh! He'll need to do some of Bryson's workout, won't he?
He might need a little help from him. I think the cut might have come out a little.
I think you're right, I think that's what they're discussing down there. Tyrrell Hatton seeing the funny side of it. Referee comes in. It's really not that difficult.
It's like opening the jar, isn't it? You hand it to someone else and they do it straight away. Well, What's a Ryder Cup without a little comic relief after all?
Here we go again. Look, go on, come on. Oh, no, surely not. Oh.
Jay would have been in a spot of bother had that not come out and the ball gone in.
Yeah, it's funny, these, if you pull it straight up, it comes out easily. If you have a little bit of an angle, it kind of anchors in there. And I think there was a little bit of nerves there, and he wasn't pulling straight up. Even the caddies have nerves.
So Rahm, Hatton and Scheffler will still have a birdie putt here. It's going to be the Spaniard first away.
And it's pretty awkward, this. You can see he's standing right atop a little bit of a ridge.
The wind coming from the right, and there is a little bit of slope right to left. Right in the midpoint of this putt. Pretty easy to miss that putt left.
Tyrrell Hatton to win the hole from the back edge of 6. Little right to left. Just dove on him. Yeah, you can't believe it either. It's just in a little valley. You can see you need to really pay attention to the high points around the edges of the greens here, because they can really influence your green reading.
7th tee, Scottie Scheffler.
In 211 today. Just a high, floaty 7-iron down the breeze. It's a good couple of clubs. This one's going well left.
It's been the popular side, but that got a pretty favourable kick back, at least to the flatter, shorter grass section.
Okay. So just under 4-1.
30 would get us to 70.
Let's go, baby!
There is a bit of trouble down the right-hand side, Anthony, so you can't really blame them for going a little left.
No, that was a big left. The wind's just a hair from the right, mostly down. Just got to hit the shot. They were hitting 3-woods in practice. A little bit easier hole today.
Your ball's going to go higher than that.
Left-hand side of the teaser. He's looking to draw this one. Just a hair of breeze, and maybe just helping that right to left ball flight. No more than 8 iron for DeChambeau.
Should get a little extra yardage out of this as well. The bank. It's pretty good. It's a tough hole to access with this wind.
It's basically the best shot we've seen this afternoon on this 7th hole, the par 3.
Just off the stop. Yeah. I mean, if he had a stop, I think it'll be perfect. Still going to land soft.
Jon Rahm next up.
Hey, see that shot and then hit it, bud.
And he's gesturing as if he's maybe just want to hold this one a little bit. I'm not sure that is the play. You want to stay away from it. In truth, with 8 iron, it's a big target. Huge bank that runs all the way along this 7th. There must be 10,000 fans here watching. This is the moment to show up and make a 2.
Be putting straight down the top of the ridge from there.
So just Tyrrell Hatton to go.
Been impressive. He really has today. He's stuck to his task. He's not the longest out here. By my count, he's had at least 3 birdies, if not 4. He plays quick. He's a good partner to have in 4-ball. He's always in the hole. He's looking straight at this. He's pretty good with his short irons.
I don't think we're going to see a better shot than this on 7th today. Everybody's left it 30 feet left, and Look at his face. They all know how good of a shot that was.
Back a hole to 7, Anthony.
Has to be a slow one. Back into really, really strong breeze for Rahm. Quite a big downslope the first 20 feet, and it levels out. That's when it's going to be at its slowest. The wind really will play a part all the way on his putt from the fringe. Just trying to back his partner up, get it dead, fill one down.
3, 7th. Let's catch up with Tyrrell Hatton, who hit that beautiful tee shot in here at 7. This to win the hole.
You can see he thought the wind was going to hold that up, and it just didn't.
I'll see. So America up in the top match, the Europeans ahead in the bottom match, and all tied in the other two. Tyrrell Hatton last to go.
Just half a club off.
Would have probably wanted a bit more out of that.
Here's the 9th hole. Fairway cambers from left to right, so you can kind of hug that left side. You can be blocked out a little bit from the right, as we've seen from what Xander Schauffele was up against, trying to hit through the tree over on the right-hand side. Pin on the right. Playing pretty much straight downwind at the moment.
Just the iron for DeChambeau. Scottie Scheffler has already hit. He's down the middle of the fairway. Up to 9, second shot for DeChambeau.
Yeah, first to play. Usually laid back so far, 144. And his playing partner in A1 position. He might just take this one on. Yeah, straight play, I don't think he would. It's a really tight right-hand pin. Tree's not in play.
Not going to be an easy read from there for Bryson DeChambeau.
Open starts here for Tyrrell Hatton.
How good is that? You all saw the stance. He knows how exceptional that was. Just the disappointment and not to see it any closer, but
Scheffler back at 9.
Just for a moment there, but it's absolutely fine. Big one here from Jon Rahm, Anthony.
Yeah, a little surprised he's not.
Still something right on Tyrrell's ball, right?
Ball at the front of the green marks. It might give him a bit of an aim point, but if he hits it, he'll never live it down on the downslope. It's a tough shot, actually, to pitch all the way. 72. He needs to get it down and shoot all the way down the hill. Just the perfect position. Down the breeze. He just needs to carry that right-hand corner. And after a perfect tee shot, this is not that easy.
Unless you are the world #1. And Rahm tucks it in tight. It's a great contest, isn't it? We've got the world #1 there. Jon Rahm, Hatton's flying, DeChambeau and Scheffler going nicely as well.
It's just that the front edge on the tee side, everything just slopes severely to the center of the green.
Well, Nico, you said he might find it difficult to read that one, and he has done. DeChambeau at 9. Scheffler for the birdie. Anthony.
Yeah, he's seen a couple of misses. Now this one's back up the hill into the breeze. It's an amazing setting around this 9th green. Such a small, slopey green, tough to read. But it's a real opportunity for a 3.
I was expecting that to break more on the wind.
Quickly to 9. Rahm to win the hole.
And a wonderful opportunity, as you say, to win the hole after a perfect pitch. Got it past the hole. It's the flatter side to be on, but can he read it right? We've had 3 misreads already. Just a little bit more pace, I think, is required. That's been the difference from this afternoon, from this morning. More authority.
And as the United States move 1 up in match 3, they are back tied in match 2, courtesy of that birdie from Jon Rahm.
Rahm with the driver, he can reach the green here, you would think, if he really nails one.
Probably through.
Gonna stay up the hill. No, it's gonna roll down that slope, and now it's a blind pitch. Nearly perfect.
Tyrrell Hatton next.
Yeah, I think it's worth taking it on. A little bit unlucky there for Rahm. Hatton doesn't have the power. Certainly 2 ways of playing this hole. You can still make a 3 comfortably with a pitch and a putt.
That's not necessarily bad down there. In the rough, the ball might sit up. You might be able to send it up very quickly and stop. Sit up back left pin.
Yep, exactly. Straight across? Yeah, mate, straight right for
Such a low ball flight for Scottie Scheffler. I'm not sure he can run one up the hill. Might do, but it certainly does narrow his target. Needs to really stretch this one out.
Here we go, folks.
I'm almost thinking he's going to have to take some off. If you look at where these balls are finished, if he goes for a big one, I'm thinking he could actually fly the lot.
Yeah, this is too much club.
Yeah, it's not too bad, just over the green. It's probably just about left lip, I reckon. He's got everyone excited, nearly as excited as seeing Phil Mickelson out here. Well, he gets some claps. Now, what have you got? Easily pitched this on the green. All about where it finishes. Would it leave him a second?
Must have got that a bit low on the face, I'd say, because he definitely has the power to get there.
Yeah, certainly didn't hit it full or solid. That's a wicked little bunker down there.
The ball placement's back 1 at the 10th. Scheffler well out to the right. Seen some success up greenside as well earlier today in the foursomes.
I think he's the best placed of the lot. He has the most green to work with, and he's at the proper level where he could see what was going on. Just barely missed right there. got away from him.
Sounded a bit chunky though. Now it's all depending on the lies here, Anthony.
Yeah, it was a bit chunky. Much harder shot for Rahm. Really only see the top third of the pin. He's only got one option. This is to get it as high as you can. He's pitching on a downslope, so he's going to have to strike this, otherwise it will definitely go well past, like Scheffler's. Played these well this morning. Very soft in the hands and just really accelerated through, keeping the loft as much as possible.
Oh, I thought I nailed it, man.
Back to Hatton at 10.
Awkward lie uphill, ball way above his feet, and once again the wind's just going to take it to the back fringe.
Obviously didn't get the lie on that bank.
I'd be curious to see which of the four Anthony Wall thought was the best placed off the tee.
Yeah, no question. DeChambeau's got a good lie. Unusual to have a flat stance. It's actually not that difficult. He's just got to get some elevation. Yes, again, he's pitching on the downslope. Constantly he surprises us. But for me, once more, the nearest to the pin has the easiest shot. Everyone else was fighting the wind. Get some purchase on the ball and this will spin. I fully expect this to be 5 feet past.
Yeah, certainly not one of his better bunker shots there, but it was awkward, as Anthony said, landing on the downslope, coming downwind.
So from the back edge of 10, Scottie Scheffler.
Let him in. Come on, come on.
Wow, the putts are starting to drop for the Americans right now, and this does not bode well for the Europeans, who started the afternoon session down 3-1.
Jon Rahm still with a putt of his own to come, but Scheffler got it first. So what of the response from Jon Rahm is to tie the hole.
Hold a lot of important putts this morning. Can he do it again? No. Good effort, but it feels like the momentum, the overall momentum, is really shifting towards the home team at the moment.
And that birdie from Scottie Scheffler sees he and DeChambeau go one up at the 10th. As we go back one to DeChambeau at 11.
Try to pitch it at the top there on the back tier of that green, but misses right. Bunker.
.127. Really tough angle, down breeze. This is really nasty.
No, he pitched it right where he needed to. He had nothing more than a dustbin lid to land it on to get it in that position. Great shot from Rahm. We haven't seen anyone from this position get anywhere near the hole. Just amazing from the world #1.
Largest lead after day one, 5 points, and it came back in 1975 away of the USA, 6.5 to 1.5. Current projection is 4 if the matches were to end now. As we go down to Scottie Scheffler with his birdie putt at 11.
Yeah, and DeChambeau's pretty much out of the hole, so a good chance left or right. Putting through his shadow, as we know, never easy. When Jon Rahm in tight, this is probably a must. They're gelling well together, the Americans, I have to say. Tough tailing, pure match play.
Well, not only did he not make it, that one is not dead. Bit of a rush of blood there for the Texan.
Yeah, and these two played a lot of golf growing up together. Bryson was talking about Scottie earlier in the week in his press conference. He said he was absolutely unbelievable growing up. He said, man, this kid is an absolute stud. So he's looking forward to getting the chance to go up alongside him today. Currently one up in this match. Seems like a good choice so far as Michael Jordan watches on again.
And to his right, smoking the cigar, is Ahmad Rashad, who's one of the all-time great wide receivers in the NFL. Huge golf fan. They both live down in South Florida.
And as Tyrrell Hatton learned, raucous out here in the afternoon. One or two fluids being taken on. As I say, it looks a lot left to right, but really the first one did not break. So can Tyrrell Hatton take advantage?
Hold still back here. Hold up there. Thank you.
Rightly so, backed off, take your time. Refocus. He's played well the front nine, he's just ready to burst again. I think Tyrrell Hatton needs a fast finish if the Europeans are going to get a point out of this match.
That is a surprise that it went left to right that much. That was a putt that Billy Kratzer was talking about, that a little different angle than what Dustin Johnson had, in fairness, but that one did have a lot of left to right movement.
This putt to win the hole at 11 for Jon Rahm to tie the match.
Great putt from the Spaniard.
Second match out, tied. What a match it is.
As you were saying, Jay, 124 the 12th. Can he get it under the hole? That's the question. Or will he try and run one back? What a difference from this morning. The back right pin. Just a flick with a gap wedge.
He went the Wiesberg away.
That'll be a 2, I'm guessing.
I think that one is good. I think that's the hole-in-one hole location you were talking about a few minutes ago.
Did you like that bit of commentary?
I did. Clearly you were out there checking them out. Rahm, best player in the world by far. He's rising to the occasion.
It's like riding a bike, Nicholas. You never lose the greatness in those fingers. Now, can Hatton spin it back as well? Clearly the way to play this one. These par threes this week, I've never seen 4 like them. They offer so much. From the elevation, the views, the wind, and the green complex is just spot on once more. Is there any room in that?
Not much, there isn't.
I tell you what, you wouldn't be out of order with the way the balls are rolling back down that slope. Ask me to go up there and mark those.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd walk pretty slowly though, wouldn't you?
Well, that's fine.
A much lower ball flighter, so it doesn't really spin it as much. This may be just a little bit harder for him. I think DeChambeau's the one to watch. Oh, this one's higher.
That's going to take a putt from there.
The Mickelsons and Stricker looking on this game. It's all tied up. The only one tied up at the moment. May not be tied for long.
Well, we've learnt to never say never with Bryson DeChambeau. rings true again.
Wow. Rising to the occasion, knew what he needed to do, and he did it. That's what great players do. Okay. Good, good. Let's go to the next hole.
Let's see if these decide to go straight to the next and get a full round of applause from the crowd. I think that would be the first big moment of sportsmanship that you see this week.
There's no way. They're not even going to have putters out, are they? Once they get up and take a look.
Let's have a look at this one. He knew the Europeans were in there close. His partner, Scottie Scheffler, was well beyond the hole with an unlikely birdie make. Uses the slope behind, as Nicholas called.
He's actually the one that pitched the ball the furthest and spun it the most. Come on, guys. Let's go.
If you give me mine, I'll give you yours.
Yeah. Let's do the right thing.
Oh, they're just playing to the crowd there. Those were always good, good. Why not play to the crowd? That's part of it. These guys are not only great sportsmen, but they're performers as well.
And they are certainly turning it on from a scoring perspective. That hole tied in birdies. Okay, back down to the 13th tee. Scheffler. Iron for him.
Yeah.
Playing for position right there because you know DeChambeau can reach the green.
Fair call. Both the Europeans have played and are in safe position, as we understand it. Anthony, down on the fairway.
Yeah, 373, Ali, all the way down, but he's only got to carry it probably around about 300. It's going to run all the way down. And that's match play for you. His playing partner's found the fairway. Got every chance of pitching a putt for a 3. Why not go for it? Take the big stick. I mean, the one at the 5th, the par 5, was extraordinary, 412 yards. The wind is certainly stronger and more direct.
Yeah.
So absolutely he can reach.
It's 351 through on that.
This man has brought a new level of athleticism to golf. Hold on tight. You think he's into it? Throw it over the green.
Seems like he's catch a good break there. He's maybe okay in that bunker compared to that big bank on the left.
And it would have been over the green if he hadn't caught that bunker. And he's going to maybe be lucky to be able to get both feet in that bunker. It looks very narrow at that point. Could be the camera angle. Looks like the lie is sitting okay.
Yep, it'll certainly give the Americans a little lift. Let's go to 13 and a second for Rahm.
124 for Rahm. Just pitching on the downslope, hopefully.
Absolutely.
That's the wind just kicking in there, making that shot a little bit more difficult. There you can see the tee shots for the Hatton, Rahm, Scheffler, DeChambeau group. 3 in the fairway, 1 in the bunker. It will be interesting to see what type of lie DeChambeau has.
BMW driving stats longest drives today. Well, if you didn't see it earlier on, it was an absolute monster from DeChambeau at the 5th. 417 yards, but he's hit another one almost 400 yards here at 13.
I don't think he gave this one the full business, to be honest with you. I think driver was too much. He really lashed it.
You can tell he's got a good lie, but he's up the face, and they're always the tough ones. you're almost smashing against the face of the bunker. You never quite know how the ball's going to react up the face of the lob wedge back into the breeze. Just seems to be, yeah, he's just checking who's first to go. He's hoping it's Tyrrell Hatton, just to give himself a little bit longer to think about it.
You've had some entertainment out there today, Anthony.
Oh, Dom, I got in for free as well. Incredible.
The very best price.
Always nice to hunt the best price.
But question, Anthony, is Bryson in the bunker and a little bit of an upslope to actually get this thing close?
It will be difficult. It will be difficult. Very rarely now, having walked around 2 days, actually 2 rounds, to see actually one good bunker shot. There's all nasty lies, nasty stances. It's just very difficult. They really are a hazard.
We can see what's facing Tyrrell Hatton here, up, over and down the ridge.
Yeah, uphill right to left, pretty much all the way. It's a slow one back into the breeze. 2 on the green, it's well worth a go.
That was a really good effort there. Huge break, head putting up and over that mound with the wind coming from his left. Great effort.
So that's a 4 for the European team.
And a much more simpler putt than his partner, Tyrrell Hatton. Yes, he's got the slope to come up and over, but more directly into the breeze. Less of a slope coming off that right-hand bunker as he looks at it. Just needs to power this one up the right and let it just drop around. And what a turn up this would be if you could roll this one in, Jon Rahm. I'd be amazed if he's short.
Well, he's not short. He could go for it. Hatton was already in with a 4.
It does mean the door is open for the Americans.
Always difficult coming off the fringe. You just never know how the ball's going to react before it reaches the pure and perfect putting surface. I mean, it's just not the same. Is there a little bit of grain there? Is there an imperfection from a footprint or something like that that's going to cause it to bounce or bobble offline? Will it bounce and take some steam out of it?
A little right off the bat and then straight to the left.
Yeah, it's very rare, Jay, isn't it, when it comes out of the fringe that you really get the line you want. It's often luck if you do hold them from 5-6 feet off the putting surface. The longer the grass, the more the grain plays a part. Just trying to give his playing partner a free hit, really. Not sure it's needed.
That's not close enough to really give your playing partner a free hit, to be honest with you. That was a bit aggressive.
No, that certainly hasn't secured the par yet for the United States, but Scheffler has this to win the hole and go up in the match.
And interesting, it's a funny game, golf, isn't it? He's the only one who didn't really go for the pin, and he's the one with the real chance out of everyone because he's pin high. But with the wind on his back, it's a tough one to really hold up that left side.
Wow, that was a good effort. That really broke off. I'm not sure if that's close enough to be good either. I certainly don't think so. Not when they're 3 up. I think the Europeans have to watch these. Oh, it's definitely further than what I thought it was. This is outside the circle of friendship, as Allison likes to say.
Mainly to you, Jay.
I live outside the circle.
So this to tie the hole.
No problem, all tied up with 5 holes to play. To 14, DeChambeau.
Big stick. He can reach. Oh, no, it's into the wind now. He can't reach, but he can get pretty close. He can get probably inside of 100 yards.
Leans left, suggesting it's going slightly right, but only the right portion of the fairway. To 14, Hatton.
Really sitting down. Tyrrell Hatton will be amazed if he gets up onto the putting surface in an old divot that's grown over.
There's just so much grass on the faces of the bunkers here. Presumably that came back down, but you really don't know. You get some odd bounces, and it is thick.
And 137 just from the perfect spot. Scheffler, he can go at this one, but it's floating.
Yeah, such a difference when you've played all those holes downwind.
So DeChambeau at 14, top left. Hovland for the tie at 12, bottom right.
I think DeChambeau's going to get to it first. It will be up the hill off the right from where he is.
Scheffler's tee shot at 15.
Really square with his feet open with his shoulders there.
We saw Rahm hit it over there to the left as well. Hatton is in the fairway.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Oh, what a wonderful reaction.
The only game that's tied right now, the second game.
We're starting to hear a bit of frustration as well, and that doesn't look like a great lie for Tyrrell Hatton in that bunker on the left, with Rahm also in trouble. He's going to have to put it back in play and work it from there. So work left for the Europeans on this 15th.
We saw Scheffler's drive. We didn't actually see what happened to DeChambeau down this hole. Anthony can tell us, though.
Well, it's chaos. I can tell you that. DeChambeau's hit a huge drive straight down the middle. Jon Rahm was left. He's had to hack across. Scottie Scheffler's had 2 drops from the stand, and then from the path. We're still in the middle of doing that.
Sounds like you've done a pretty good job keeping up, Anthony.
Oh, it's been unbelievable.
Getting your steps up.
Scheffler.
And he should be getting a good clean lie once he drops it. He'll have a clean shot to the green. Back into the breeze also. He'll be playing in between the camera tower and the grandstand.
I'm rather hoping someone gives the woman who was slightly surprised to see the golf ball landing in front of her some little memento there.
Yeah, I was amazed she didn't pick it up. It's a reaction, isn't it?
What's the number, Luber?
Dom, you're such a softie. Let's walk up there, ma'am. Step back a little bit, please.
Come along. It's okay. She's gonna take it. Judy, get out of the way! You're in the headlights.
She has no idea why she's
Target practice. Mr. Gilmore, Mr. Lafferty's trying to tee off.
He's in this little sandy, scrubby area. I actually don't think this is going to count as a bunker here at Whistling Straits, unusually. Over 1,000 of them. Incredible. DeChambeau waits.
Yeah, DeChambeau's just waiting for the hit and for the noise of the crowd. Yeah, it's just on a sort of a sandy area that was probably damaged a little bit by the rain and just by the wear and tear of the crowd. There's no real dramas. In the region of about 240, but he's cutting the corner.
This is a caddy's nightmare to find a yardage.
Not the only one, Nicholas. It's like the red arrows down here.
What do you have there, Anthony? Or are you guesstimating?
I paced it out, actually, Jay.
Plus or minus 20 is good enough.
Yeah, exactly. Bunkers all down the left, just got to make sure you keep out of those. With the pin on the left, just give himself some sort of angle. Scottie Scheffler here. Can hear a pin drop right now, considering there's a couple of thousand around it. Oh, they're off again.
Let's go.
Back to 15 and Scheffler's second.
Here we go,
Well, we waited a long time. Was it worth the wait? It was. Very good shot from an awkward position. Left himself plenty of green to work with.
Yeah, great recovery from Jon Rahm. Needs to get this one pretty tight, I have to say. Ball just slightly above his feet in the first cut from just over 170. Wind hard off the right. He's going to have to draw this one in. It's a hard shot to hold up.
No fucking way.
Apologies if you picked up some bad language there. Clearly frustrations for the Spaniard. And they're up against it, aren't they? Rahm and Hatton, DeChambeau. He's had to wait a long time.
Yeah, he has, but he just looks so focused. He's really embracing the challenge and also the moment. And that's the one thing about DeChambeau you love to watch. He just really does embrace the moment, the pressure. 169, looking down the right.
Drive a low one in there and just essentially hit it through the wind. Overdid it a bit.
Neither of the Europeans have found the green there. Hatton in an awkward spot in the green side bunker. Right at the 15th. You can see Tyrrell Hatton's ball just about in the bunker there. Anthony.
Yeah, on the downslope. Got to stand out of the bunker. He's got no green to play with. It's just hard to know, really. It's just starting to unravel slightly for these two here. Yeah, rightly so. Go and have a little chat, think about it. It's not going to be their shot to play, I don't imagine. Nothing wrong with having a little bit of a conference moment.
Look like the best of lies there. That ball looks like it's settled down a little bit.
So Casey will have that for birdie. Bryson DeChambeau for a birdie at 15. Surely can't reach from there. Hatton still to play there. Back to 15. Hatton's third.
Really a shot to nothing for Hatton. He played a masterful stroke on the front nine out of a bunker. He's going to need to play one here, let me tell you. God.
I'll give that a 9 out of 10 from the commentary box, Anthony.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, you can see the compromised stance right there. That was a great effort. Really had to come down the steep angle of attack.
Actually got pretty unlucky, because if that pitch is a foot further, I think it would have been almost an automatic save from Tyrrell Hatton.
So Hatton with that for a par. Jon Rahm is going to have to chip in if he wants to make his four.
Yeah, sitting down a little bit, if it's doable. It's quite a flat chip once it pitches on the green. We need something great to happen for the Europeans to give themselves any chance here. Because yes, the Americans have left themselves a lot, but they've got 2 goes at it for a par.
Bang on line for Jon Rahm, but it's going to be a bogey for the Spaniard, so well, the Americans have got 2 bites at the cherry here. Scheffler first away for the par and to win the hole.
Yeah, not an easy putt, Dom. He's fighting this one going right, and it's starting to get quite dark out it, considering we're only on 15. Clouds have come across. A little bit colder. Got 2 putts for par, and none of them are gimmies.
It's 1 bullet dodged.
Down at the bottom, a par putt for Bryson DeChambeau, and he makes it, and that means there's a little more red on the board. That second match going in favour of DeChambeau and Scheffler now. They move one up. 3 holes to play.
Yeah, this is not moving in the right direction here. There was a big push in the middle of the afternoon session when the Americans really made, for about 15 or 20 minutes, they made a bunch of putts. And then that one right there for DeChambeau.
The European team are staring in the face of a 6-2 deficit. Scheffler.
And back into the teeth. Almost makes the tee shot play a little bit easier, really. It's quite a narrow fairway at 290, but I'm not sure into the cold wind of the evening that you're really going to get into the narrow part of this fairway. Down the right, the wind is towards the water. Great par 5, a great finish, actually. A lot still can happen on these 3 finishing holes.
DeChambeau says that's actually okay, dude. I think he knows where all the places off the fairway are. Some of the places he visits. I think he surveyed them all.
Yeah, I've been down there. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's a sound bit of advice, isn't it? Don't try and do anything crazy.
But that's the thing. It's a proper par 5, 16. Just find the fairway. Adds to the pressure. But a fairway finder for DeChambeau is pretty high speed, pretty high pace.
Yeah, baby! All right! All right! That's going to be perfectly fine. If it doesn't kill somebody.
They're all circling it. There's nothing smooth and fluid about this swing. Power and speed. If Europe were to somehow dig out the second game where DeChambeau's about to play and hold on to the bottom game, it would be totally different than it is at this very moment right now.
Par 5, 16th. DeChambeau couldn't get home in 2.
Yeah, tough one to get all the way back there. Sending it in nice and low.
What sort of body language do we have from the European side in this group, Anthony?
They're battling, I'll give them that, but just, I have to be honest, they haven't played their best, but 3 or 4 times they've been out of position. They've been doubly out of position. They just seem to have been penalised massively. But to be honest, DeChambeau's given them very little.
So Rahm's in the bunker, Anthony. What about Tyrrell Hatton?
Tyrrell Hatton's lobbed out to about 15, 16 feet from a really, really difficult position down on the hill towards Lake Michigan. Jon Rahm's got a really difficult shot, but he's got plenty of green, and he's back into the breeze as the rain starts to fall pretty hard. A little bit of magic's required here. He needs to try and skid this one against the breeze. I think that's the way he's going to have to play this.
Face full of sand for his troubles. The wind is whistling at the straights.
Half an hour ago, I thought we could have got 2-2 out of this session, but it's certainly not heading this way. So I'm starting to be a little bit concerned. I've had sweaty palms for the last hour in this box. This is an absolute nightmare for me to watch.
It's not done yet, Nico.
No, I know, but like I was saying, you know, the importance of that last game, if that could have been 3 up, maybe 4 up at some stage, these guys would have fed off that, and maybe we would have been 1 down with a couple of holes to go. So that's the point I was trying to make earlier. And Jay did the same thing with a couple of putts that Fleetwood missed. They could have changed the momentum of the 2 games.
Yeah, it is amazing how one game feeds off another. Just from the energy on the golf course, you can hear it. The leaderboards are everywhere. They know what's going on. Big putt here for Hatton.
You do kind of feel that either Hatton or Rahm need to hole here.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone who holds first, I think, could possibly win the hole. They're all well outside that distance. It just keeps coming out of them. It's a wry smile.
Well, Rahm has holed a lot of big putts this year, Anthony.
He looked good this morning. Oh, it was as big as a barrel this morning. This afternoon, it really hasn't been. It's hard to really put my finger on what's been the difference. Can't imagine he's tired. He's trying like an absolute bear. This is a good chance up the hill. Should just slide away from him slightly. But the Europeans need something special to happen. This is just starting to drift away at the wrong time.
What a putt from Rahm. This is what we need. This is what we need.
I expected him to make that just because of all the things he's done this year, the occasion, he just steps up.
Yeah, but he keeps on making him. Keeps on making him. I mean, at the end of the day like this, when you've played so well and to hold a putt like this on 16 that could have such a big importance in the game, I mean, what a player.
It seriously changes the outlook of this putt coming up for DeChambeau.
You know, we don't have the fans, so you're going to need shots like this. You're going to need putts hold just to send a message to others. We don't have the chance. We can't hear it from one hole to another. So the only way we can see how things are evolving is by looking at the board.
DeChambeau still has this one to tie the hole, remember, to maintain a one-up advantage with 2 holes to play.
That was such a huge putt from Rahm. Put the pressure on DeChambeau. DeChambeau hit a good putt. Another one coming for Scheffler.
Dude, it broke more. Hit a good putt.
DeChambeau has really been the guy so far today, Anthony. This is Scheffler's time to step up.
Yeah, there's always a moment, isn't it? To be fair, he held his own. His ball flight's been pretty consistent all day, but this is the moment. Huge blow for the Americans if this one was to slip by. They were favourites all the way up this hole.
No mistake from Scottie Scheffler. And he and DeChambeau do take that slender advantage across to the par 3 17th.
Well, it showed a lot of guts right there. That was when Rahm, the best player in the world, just put the pressure on you, just shrunk the hole emotionally. Scheffler came through right there, and look at the support there from a couple of Texans. They were really looking forward to playing together. You can see the importance of that putt made by Scheffler by the reaction from DeChambeau. Steve Stricker knows, he's following right here. He knows this is a huge game right here. '17 has not been easy all day.
And no match so far today has gone to the 18th, has it?
No, and it's a wonderful hole. It's a hole that has a lot of drama waiting.
95, 195 front, 227 hole. So 6 shorter, that's where it goes down. 221, huh? Love it. Just trying to shoot. Fucking love it.
If I keep it short.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely.
How far is the play down?
Plays down 7, man. So it's 220.
I need that.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
It's 220 adjusted?
Yes. That breeze
There you can
is
see
right to
the
left.
adjusted winds. Actual 227 adjusted right now to the current wind gusts 57.
Absolutely.
44, 244, 249. It's just moving all the time. And those wind graphics are presented by RBS.
Correct.
I don't even need to match.
RBC, excuse me.
Just shape it in there, mate.
Great stuff. Shows you what these players are having to deal with moment by moment.
Never easy to play a shot like that when the wind's coming from one direction and the flags on the grandstand are coming from another. So big moment here. There is a way to get this close, but you have to hit the right shot.
Yeah, elevated tee. Also, that's not going to make it easy. You get the right ball flight, it will scamper on a good 20 up this green.
That's the best shot we've seen by far this afternoon at 17.
Feel good coming off, holding that putt on 16 and hitting this shot into 17.
I think Scottie Scheffler was the one looked at with wondering, okay, how did you get a pick? You've never won a PGA Tour event. And, you know, Billy Horschel was left out. Patrick Reed was left out. Let me tell you what, Scottie Scheffler stepped up and said, this is why I was picked. This is what I can do.
Would be like that? That's just over a 1030 one of those.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So not full.
Just got to be mindful here, the DeChambeau floating this in the air.
That is not.
And if it stalls, it will
Okay,
not
I'll land it 10 short.
camber
Okay,
round.
1030.
And I can't imagine the wind direction maps that at any point is it getting less. There's no question it's in the 250s. It's pretty cold out here right now.
They laid down the challenge. 2 good shots.
Yeah, 2 balls from the Americans on the 17 with this wind in the face is half a statement. Basically tell the Europeans, you're going to have to come and get us.
And that's the great thing about match play. Europeans, they hold a putt, they think they've possibly might steal the hole. You walk onto this tee and you think, 3 might be good enough. And the Americans step up and hit 2 amazing tee shots in really, really testing conditions. Swirly breeze, thousands of people behind, and the pavilion's all expecting.
Come on, guys. Hey, guys.
Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton need to refocus. Plenty of golf left in this match.
Ball on the green, but they need a little bit better than just on the green.
Well, at least it is on the green, so Tyrrell Hatton can be that little bit more aggressive now. Has he got a utility club here, Anthony?
It's tough to tell, isn't it? It's got a black shaft. I think it's a long iron. It might just be...
It's the driving iron, isn't it?
Yeah. Drive it forward, try and get it chasing up the throat of the green. He's probably the shortest of the 4. This is the hardest shot in the group. Tyrrell Hatton.
Well, he's walking after it.
Wow. He just flushed that thing right at it. What an aggressive line.
Rahm for the 2.
And right to left. It's a tricky one, actually. It's pretty flat round the hole, but he's got to get it there first. Going down the throat, almost the fault line of the green. Just trying to guide this one.
That's a good putt from that distance. Very good effort.
Much harder ones to read. Coming down the meat of the slope up the right-hand side of this green.
They're pretty close, though, aren't they, Anthony? They will be able to sort of help each other out here.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 putts very similar. Tyrrell Hatton's all the way back on the other side of the green. He's got Jon Rahm helping him right now. Pretty focused, DeChambeau. He doesn't really ask for an awful lot of help, does he? He just gets stuck in, computes his way around, finds it, hits it again. This is really quite a difficult one. Big ridge to start. Drifting towards the hole.
It was so effort at best, I think. Anthony said it was a tough read.
And a very similar putt to DeChambeau for Scheffler. He's seen one. Can he make a better effort?
Huge putt, of course, if he makes it. Bit of white for the Europeans, an opportunity for Tyrrell Hatton to tie the match up.
This is going to turn out to be the most important holes that we've seen all day. This putt coming up from Tyrrell Hatton, maybe the match going all the way down to 18, and the group behind to stay in touch of the overall score after day one.
And being backed up by his playing partner helps Hatton up and over the slope. It's quite straight towards the end. He's got to get it there first to give himself a chance. It's a nasty one. It's quite shapeless towards the end.
Great effort from Tyrrell Hatton. But the Americans will take the advantage, and we are going to get our first match going down the 18th. That's how close they came to tying this match up.
The best case scenario is a half a point if the European team can win the 18th hole. Half point each.
It's a negative positive thing as well. You also stop the Americans taking another full point, don't you?
Oh, that was big right there, no doubt about it. I mean, you can't just capitulate and give them a full point. I mean, you're going to have to make them play.
Eighteenth tee, Scheffler.
You can see all the bunkers. Scottie Scheffler was aiming out to the right a little bit, not going for the big carry. Wind coming hard off the left.
All right.
That just pretty much spells it out. Bryson, it's on you. You have to be lucky to be able to get a shot from that position to be able to get much of a chance of hitting the green.
And it's quite a wide fairway, but with the wind off the left and your playing partner miles right, it's not an easy tee shot for DeChambeau. But no question, you've got to take driver and take it on.
Well, he's going with the fairway metal, playing safe with his playing companion, playing partner in trouble. And that is just a nice trap draw against the left to right wind. Doesn't even look at it, picks up the tee. Huge tee shot right there.
A lot of club for Jon Rahm. Wind's definitely off the left, on the wrong shape. It definitely can be slightly helping, and he's got to take it on and give it a go. Try and get himself in position. Need to make three, I have to say, here at 18.
Looked like he just flushed that, his normal left to right ball flight, and that is a really aggressive shot from Rahm. Could not lay it down any better. And what do you expect from the best player in the world?
I don't think Tyrrell Hatton can be quite as aggressive here, can he, with the line?
No, absolutely not. Tyrrell Hatton's got to play up the right-hand side, take on the driver. But with the comfort of Jon Rahm in position 8, why not just take it on and see what happens?
That'll be 2 balls in play for the Europeans. So 2 chances coming up, depending on Scheffler's lie on the right.
So you can see a look from behind 18 green. Not much of a task ahead for this game, is it?
Well, Europe led 6-2 after the first day in Brookline, and the United States put on that magical final day charge, albeit slightly controversial at the end, to come back from the early deficit and win the Ryder Cup.
You can see Scheffler's ball there. It'll be a downhill side hill lie, it looks like.
Yeah, and everything's against him here, Jay. 233. back right pin. No need to go anywhere near this. He's lucky to finish where he has with a good lie. Playing pretty short, elevated second. It's going to come out pretty hot.
Quiet, please!
And in match play, just about backing up your playing partner. DeChambeau's in good position. Take a little bit of pressure off, maybe get it on the left side of the green, give yourself 2 putts. The old-fashioned way still available to the players here.
Almost looks like he's looking right. This used to be a par 5 when they first started playing the PGA Championship here. Now it's a par 4 with the, the new equipment, the ball going so far.
You sure there's no hurt on this ball?
I mean, I'm looking at all these flags and they're all showing left to right.
Even their angle going back into it, because I'm looking at those. Look at those back there. They're coming this way.
He could be right there. The further left he's going to go, the more the ball is going to be affected by the wind.
Yeah, he's got to cut it. The wind is off the left. I'm not sure the wind's going to make a bit of difference. He's hitting downhill into quite a gully. He's going to have to cut it anyway just to get any sort of straight ball flight, let alone left to right fade on this. Ball is such above his feet here. Have to work really hard to really slide this one across him.
Get in the hole!
Wow, what a shot that was from a difficult position. Scottie Scheffler once again steps up.
That's great, but because now you've got DeChambeau that can match whatever the Europeans are going to do.
One great shot from one of the Europeans and a birdie that changes this all around.
208, decent number for DeChambeau. He'll be looking just a hair left, really. No more than 7 iron, might even be 8. The wind's dropped almost completely.
He's pushed it.
Wow, you really wanted 2 bites of the apple there for him to not put the ball on the green with a 7 or an 8 iron in hand. That was a big mistake.
Rightly so, taking his time, Tyrrell Hatton. A little bit of noise down the right-hand side, 201. Probably playing about 195. Got to use the breeze if he wants this to get this anywhere near this amazingly tight right-hand pin location. Almost impossible to get this on that top shelf.
He's eyeing it up and down.
Hello, Tyrrell Hatton. Wow. How good is that? Seriously.
World class.
World class.
Just Rahm to go then.
Yeah, and talking about world class, 177. And with your playing partner about 6 feet away, you've got eyes for the prize. All of a sudden the heart rate has probably just dropped a fraction. Playing partner backing one up right in there close. Can they get 2 bites at the cherry and really put the pressure on the Americans here?
Leaking just a little.
That was a pretty nice bounce and aggressive shot, but rightly so, as Anthony said. I mean, with Hatton in there quick, close, there was no reason to play away from the flag for Rahm.
It's another hammer blow there for Cantlay and Thomas against Fleetwood and Hovland. Tied up as they head to the 17th. DeChambeau out of position here at 18. Scheffler's got a ridge to contend with as well, so slightly awkward here for the Americans.
I have to say, I'm pretty surprised Scottie Scheffler's not chipping it, actually. He'll definitely camber around towards the hole. I think it's an easier chip
am I saying this right, Anthony? But Bryson's ball is a bit into the grain there in the rough.
100%, 100%. Once it hits the green, though, it's pretty straight. And the only problem is you'll be giving Jon Rahm a beautiful read.
Pretty straight, huh? Yeah, might go just a touch left. Not much though.
And doing the absolutely right thing. I don't think the backswing's impeded by the grass. Pretty close. As long as he gets in tight and plays it off his back foot, he can probably try and nudge it, but this needs to be struck perfectly. He could easily fluff this.
That was a decent execution. The toe down into that grass is the only way to get half a decent contact. Still a little bit of work left, though.
A birdie putt here at 18 for Scottie Scheffler. This would win the match, and another point for the United States.
Well, that's a good putt, but the Europeans have birdie putts to come, both of them, to have the match.
Can Rahm do it again?
Well, he's holed a lot of big putts this year. He's holed a lot of big putts today, a lot this morning. A really big one about a half hour ago to get in this position.
Good effort, not to beat. And all rest on Tyrrell Hatton's shoulders there now. So, Tyrrell Hatton at the 18th to tie the match and get a half point for Europe.
I want to tell you what, never has a half point been so important right there. That was a massive putt from Tyrrell Hatton.
That is the first half point that Europe have got out of these afternoon four balls.
I don't know how I've stayed quiet. Did you see, Jay, the respect that I show to your nationality?
You've been on the edge of your seat. I tell you what, we might have to get a new seat because I think you've worn that one out this afternoon.
I think we're going to have to change the wheels of it, yeah, 100%.
Well, that is clutch, isn't it, from Tyrrell Hatton. Appreciated by his playing partner. A battling performance from Rahm and Hatton.
To watch another Ryder Cup video, click here and subscribe here.